Joining us right now, retired NFL player, founder of the Jack Brewer Foundation, Jack Brewer himself. Jack, your thoughts as you watch all this political, some consider chaos, unfold?
I think it's the beauty of our Constitution. I love to see the debate and finally having the conversation. And there's a lot of Americans just like me who have not always voted Republican. You know, I grew up as a Democrat. And so I don't want to see the same establishment back. I want to see the best person for the job. You know, if I was a football coach or a sportsman coaching the team, I want my best player out there representing us. And I don't think that's Kevin McCarthy. I think that's why that group of 20 is trying to plead to the American people. And if you poll the American people, I don't believe they want the same old Republican establishment. I think Byron Donalds is the most dynamic, well-spoken, articulate, charismatic congressman that we have right now. He would reshape the entire Republican Party. He would cross the line. People from the Democratic Party would come over and actually listen to us, have a conversation with us. No one can deny the talent of this young man. You see him when he speaks, when he's on TV, he's out there. He needs to be the face of this party. And if we humbled ourselves, right? If I was Kevin McCarthy and I've lost 5 times in a row, I would then nominate someone else. That's what I would do. That's what selfless leadership does. But you have to question someone who just appoints themselves as speaker before they've been voted and just expects to be born into a position. That's not democracy. That's not what this nation was built on. We need selfless leaders again. It's the day of the power-hungry majority ruling over the people in America needs to come to an end. We need selfless leaders that are not in Washington for a career, but there to serve.
But Jack, it's interesting because, you know, a lot of those 20 people, many of them are asking to be heads of committees. They're asking for more things that could be perceived as selfish, and that's why they're not voting for Kevin McCarthy. So how does that align with the selfless rule that Americans deserve?
I don't believe that they're asking to be on those committees to promote themselves. I believe they're asking to be on those committees because they want folks to actually investigate all the corruption going on in our government and all the pay to play and all the career politicians that have enriched themselves by holding political office over all of these years. I think that's why they're trying to get on these committees, is so these committees actually get to the truth for the people of America and stand for the people of America. And I think at some point, we've got to realize that the folks that we have in office are just not doing the job. Look at our country. Look what's happening to our country. Yeah. Look at the fact that we have an economy the way it is, inflation flying through the roof, and we barely take over the House. The American people are talking to us. They don't want the old establishment conservatives anymore.
Yeah, Jack, we're seeing right now on the floor, they're nominating Hakeem Jeffries at some in this process for the Democrats. We've only got like 20 seconds or so. Wanted to get your thoughts as a former football player on what we saw the other night. Obviously, Damar Hamlin. Your thoughts on what is unfolding?
You know, the only thing I see is a country finally praying, finally getting on their knees and praying. And I hope that this tragedy brings us closer to God, not just during tragedies, but at all times, that we understand that every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess to the name of Jesus. And I just pray for him, his family, and I applaud the NFL, the Players Association, and the entire sport for actually rallying behind him and not prioritizing the game, but prioritizing life.
Yeah. Well put. Thank you so much, Jack Brewer, for your thoughts politically and obviously as a former player.